Welcome to Outlander Media Network. My name is Kirby Lee Bailey. We are live at the Tattoo and Horror Convention in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm with the legendary Ken Foree.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, my man?
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm thrilled to be here. This is probably my 15th time in Nashville. I'm very, very good friends with Ben and Stacy Dixon. They've had me to their home many times, and their children. It's like family, so it's wonderful to come here. Wonderful to be a part of their celebration every Easter weekend, and it's been a great show. Great show. You're here, so we're having all the great people attending the show and have attended the show over the years. I remember we was passing by a few minutes ago, and Ben was talking to Spencer over there, and he said, well, Ken was at my first show. He's absolutely right. It was me, Sid Haig, and Bill Mosley at the first show. It was wild, and I've had some of my best times in Nashville with Ben and Stacey Dixon at this show. So I appreciate them. I look forward to seeing them, and we talk over the phone quite often.
I'm trying to remember, that might have been my first show here. The first show I ever came here, you, Bill, and Sid was here, and the Friday the 13th, it was C.J. Brown.
Could have been. I mean, there were so many people. I mean, it was
Adrian.
Absolutely.
So that was your first show?
I think so, because I can't. There were so many of these. Like I said, I'm at 15, maybe 15 shows. So I'm sure that or 20. No, it was the 20th anniversary. I've done 20 shows here, quite frankly, because I did that first. So it is 20 shows. I've lost count, but I would think that it was Bill, Sid, and I, and probably Adrian Barbeau, and C.J. Grant. I'm not quite sure. He probably was here, but there were so many people here. It was a new show. All of Nashville and Tennessee seemed to be here. It was crowded, and there were lines everywhere, and we had a great time. I mean, the after parties were some of the best after parties I've ever been to. I've never been to a better after party than I've been at this convention with Bill, Ben, and Stacy. This has been some of the after parties are memorable because these people really, really did have a good time and partied, and I was certainly much younger then, and so were you. so
Thanks for reminding me.
That's all right. People remind me all the time. I'm not going to let you off the hook. So yes, I spent in my younger days, there were great parties. I mean, you can tell by a great party because you don't have anybody standing on the wall playing the century. They're all dancing, and no matter what the dance is or what they're grooving, they're dancing. Everybody's out there just having a ball, and they're letting their hair down. That's a great party. And they have them here in Nashville. They don't have them that often in other places. Mostly they're standing around talking and drinking. But in Nashville, it was something completely different, which I appreciated. That was wonderful. I've been, I guess, you want to know what I've been doing?
Yeah, what you got going on?
Well, I tell you, I've been writing, and I've written more than two, I think about 5 scripts. But I wrote one, and I've been pushing it, and it's a great piece. It's a 6-hour limited series, and also I have a feature. The first episode is a feature, and it's a historical drama. And to show you just how things can go one way or another, and you're not really in control of anything. This script or this subject is a national landmark. It is about a high school that is known nationally as one of the most famous high schools in the country. It has had several, I think 4 or 5 documentaries about it. 3 or 4 books. One book just came out about 2 weeks ago. It's on Amazon. It's probably going to be a #1 bestseller. It's called The Real Hoosiers. That title is exactly from what I wrote, so I'm kind of, but who knows? I'm not the only one that can have a title. But it's a subject that has been covered by many various film and literary material. So it's and I've written a 6-hour limited series about the same subject and a feature about it, and I've been pushing it. And I pushed it to a lot of people, but they didn't quite want to go. I love the writing. I'm great writing. Great. I got from some of the major studios in Hollywood. I've gotten okay. It needs to be moved forward. It's great. Love it. But who's going to take a chance on doing it? And certainly I don't have that kind of pull. So they I haven't been able to get it produced. But as I said, a guy 2 weeks ago just came out. Well, he's a sports writer for Sports Illustrated. He's had many books under his name and has done very well. And this is probably going to be a #1 bestseller. And there have been other books written about this, many, and documentaries. Spike Lee did a documentary on Oscar Robertson, who was a famous basketball player from this school, and about this school. So it's been covered, and it's the stories there. The ground is fertile for a writer, and I'm taking that. And I found in my later years that I have a talent for writing that I didn't know I had. I wish I had discovered this when I was in. Oh God, my friend, are you kidding? Yes, indeed. 30. If I started at 30, I'd be a rich man right now. Or at least I'd have something that I really love to. I mean, there's something in me that loves writing, and it flows and it's cathartic, and so I will experience this great, satisfaction, creative bliss in my younger years.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's one. I wrote another one called Shadows, which is a serial killer script, and it's very well received as well. And
what's that one called?
Shadows.
Okay.
And so it's so both of these projects. One they're both with someone. I can't really say who, but someone's going to give you an answer April 12th, whether it's a green light or not for both. I don't believe anything until I have it, until I've cashed a check. I've been in this business too long for that. But it's wonderful to have people say, hey, let's see your product, and we're going to move it around and see what everyone else thinks, and we'll have an answer for you. Another one, I'm getting an introduction to a major production company called Participant Media. And they do this kind of not the serial killer subject, but certainly the drama is something that they do, and this is certainly their wheelhouse. So so we'll see if they're going to do. They're really impressive company, and you've seen many of their product and their films, so you see that this fits in there.
Well, I mean, I can see where the drama thing comes in. 'Cause I've checked a lot of your background on it, and you've done lots of crime drama shows like Matlock. You've been in Hunter, Remington Steele. So I can see where you've got this drama background from.
Well, I tell you, I did, as I said, someone kind of made me a bet to write a few lines for something that was a action adventure, low budget thing that I was writing with another writer, and I wrote some notes that I thought, and someone looked at my notes and his notes and said, "Why are you writing with this guy? You're a better writer." And I said, no. And they kept pestering me to write. And finally I said, okay, I'll write something. I'll write something just as a laugh to stop the chatter and move on with my life. And they read it. They said, this is better than anything I've read in a long time. And these people were vice presidents of major networks who were saying this. They were friends, or they came, associates who were socially, at my place or some other place, and their place had been a party or something, and they picked it up and said, "Did you write this?" I said, "Yes, let me look at it." Took it back, they took it home and said, "This is great, Ken. This is really, I'll read 1,000 scripts a year. This is one of the best I've read." I said, no, you got me crazy. You don't talk about me. I said, I'm not listening to this. I've been down the garden path too many times. I don't know why you're saying this, but I'm not going to believe you. So I really didn't even swallow it. And so I said, okay. So I continued writing and wrote a sitcom. I wrote an action adventure. Then I wrote, of course, the Sadix thing, which I'd already read. This is what they read. And I wrote Shadows, and Shadows is something that I'm very proud of as well. And we're going to probably make a sizzle reel soon. And there are a few outlets that I'm going to start to push it. And I think maybe I can get some traction because it's horror. So maybe I can get more people to look at it and get involved and interested in it.
You never know. Like I said, we love horror, but like I said, I've remembered you from crime dramas.
Oh yeah,
also, I mean, you were even in Kojak.
That was my first co-starring role. Guest starring role. Sorry, guest starring role. My first.
And like I said, you've been in all this other stuff. I mean, I love horror. Don't get me wrong. Horror is number one to me, but it's not number one to everybody. And, you're doing the right thing.
I love horror, too, and I grew up in it, but I also grew up watching, great drama. And if you ask me what I would like to do on a rainy day, is to sit with somebody that I adore, which is my wife, and watch Sunset Boulevard. Drink a bottle of Merlot.
Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, great afternoon. If it's raining, baby, snuggle under the cover and on the blanket on the lounge and just sit there and enjoy itself. So I have and I don't know if this is good, if it's bad. I'm not saying either or, but I love all kinds of music if it's good. I love every genre of film almost if it's good as well. So I have a vast variety of different films that I like. And I like silly comedies. And I like Benny Hinn when he was around for a minute. I like the slapstick stuff like The Stooges or Laurel and Hardy. And I like the sophisticated stuff of George Carlin and Richard Pryor,
you were in JoJo Dancing.
I was in JoJo Dancing with Richard, right. He's a wonderful gentleman and a kind gentleman. I'll never forget him. He was very kind to me, and I rest in peace, Richard.
Took him way too early.
Far too early. Great man.
And he was always, like I said, he was a...
Yeah.
Like I said, he broke the barrier when he changed. He was the reason why Eddie Murphy came around.
Oh, a lot of these guys. A lot of guys, no matter who they were. Yeah, exactly. And George Carlin. Was outrageous. I watch some of this stuff now and I say, God, what a genius. And I love those guys. I was a Henny Youngman fan. I loved Rodney Dangerfield. And I get no respect.
I remember George Carlin, like when he was on the big album, when you had the LPs, you know how to listen to it real close. So your parents don't hear you listen to that man. It's like, what are you listening to?
That and Red Fox.
Red Fox.
Don't listen to them. Are you listening to it? No, not me, Mom. I'm not. I'm saying the rosary. No, I'm being a good boy.
I won't listen to that one.
No.
He tried to have it turned down because he didn't really have headphones real well back then either.
That's right.
I hope they don't hear me listening to this.
There you go. That was the way back. We go back. We go back, folks.
Oh, yeah.
We've been here a minute, okay?
Oh, I say, I grew up, I remember, like I said, my parents loved Sanford and Son and all those shows.
God.
Like, I remember watching Chico and the Man and all this when I was a kid.
Yeah. That goes back, yeah.
You know, Jeffersons, All in the Family, all those folks on those sitcoms.
I was watching TV when they weren't even blacks on TV. so that's how far back I go. But you didn't see a black and you better not see one. So that's how that went.
Well, we were walking over here, and I was coming over here because you were checking out the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was coming here taking peeks at the game. And I was telling your guy that was
partner?
with you.
Yeah.
And I said, I remember back in the day when you had a little square black and white TV about this big, and you thought you were the shit.
Let me tell you. That was it. You had so many channels. You had 3 channels, and then at 11 o'clock at night, there was sayonara because it turned off and you had nothing to watch. So you sat there, because if you're watching TV in the evening in those days, you would watch it and you get one show after another show on one channel, and then all of a sudden it's over, and you sit there like, what do I do now? I'm not sleepy. My eyes are wide open. I'm waiting for the next moment, and I've got this figure, this cross figure in front of me that says tune in tomorrow. In the transmission or something like that.
Yeah, mine was the thing that had the little red, pink, yellow, blue, all that. It had that colored thing, whatever it was, on my black and white TV. I couldn't see it because I had black and white in my room. I wasn't allowed to have a color TV
To
yet.
have something that just some cross like that, and it's all black and white. So that'd be all we had. So yeah.
I don't think people would know how to. My remote control was, hey, can you change the channel for me, son?
No. We had nothing like that. It was up there, and you had rapid ears, and you kept, you went up and adjusted those ears so you could get that clear signal, and that was always a pain and an issue. Sometimes you would put a little aluminum foil around them, thinking that you were helping to generate enough signal and going in one direction.
I remember sometimes I had to roll the window down outside because I had that antenna outside. It was turn that around, man. Do we got the channel yet?
You're absolutely right. Speaking of that, I said out the window. Is that moving to the right, dear? Moving to the left? That's right, we got it. Okay, is this good? Okay, I'll hold it here for 2 hours.
Yeah, if you didn't hold it, the channel would disappear.
That's right. You forget it. So I got a comic book that I'm working on as well. Okay? So I got my hands in so many pies. So many things are happening. The comic book is coming out. Oh, here. There we go. I should have gave you that before the interview, but
Heck yeah, Ken.
Yeah, okay, guys. Here, I'm going to hold this up for you, and I don't know if you can get a shot of that. I don't know if you can see, but you see me, and we got that. Okay, and that's going to be out. There's a QR code. If you see me somewhere or you're looking for it, please. Just Ken Foree, New Zombie Comic Book Project, and it's a new project. It's something else I'm doing, so that should be out before Christmas. And then I'm involved with a business development for minorities in a certain city. I'm not going to mention the city right now. Maybe I should, but in Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay. And so I have a company, and we're helping businesses. It's our intention to help businesses, and we are presently helping businesses to get a foothold in downtown Corpus Christi and to grow and prosper. So we're doing that as well. I could go on and mention about 5 or 6 or 7 other things. I don't think we have time, and I don't think it's necessary. I'm just busy. When I take 2 or 3 days off my plate, 2 or 3 days jump on. So it's like everybody else in today's society. I'm multitasking. I'm doing pull left and pull right. I'm trying to center myself at all times and make sure that I'm giving enough attention to the right project, so I'm not too scattered and not giving the time that certain projects need to be complete or to have that finalization that I need. A project that's already ready to go, instead of you coming back and say, "Oh, I've got to go back to this, or I've got to get this done." Did somebody drop the ball? I don't want those kind of issues. So I'm constantly trying to center myself to make sure I'm making these things happen, and I'm seeing and crossing the T's and dotting the I's as much as possible. So I'm just busy trying to do my thing, man. I'll be acting soon. I'm getting offers. I've turned down 10 offers. It's 10 or 11 offers in the last 4 months. And I've turned them down for various reasons. Even my agent has said, "No, you're better than that." I love it when he says you're better than that.
What a good thing.
All the money's not right, or this isn't right, or that. For some reason, something goes completely wrong. And I haven't been able to do any work. And that's beginning to bother me, because at this point I'm beginning to say, I need to be in front of a camera. I need to act, because that's what I do. And I'm not doing that. And so it's been very frustrating the last 3 or 4 months. Before that I could say I can stand the 6 months or something without working, or 7 months or a year, and then but at a certain point I get antsy, and I say, what's going on? And when I got antsy, then things started coming in, and then it didn't happen. So I've got a couple others that are someone. After this, I'm having a Zoom meeting with somebody who wants to talk to me about doing something on the city projects, like to see if I can make that work. And then I've got a series during the second episode of this series from Streaming Network that they want me to do a recurring role in, and if that works out, that would be an interesting comedic kind of thing. So we'll see. But I'm getting something, because I just can't go very much longer.
One of the cool things is right now you're at that stage of your career you can pick and choose what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm picking and choosing. My agent's picking and choosing. And my manager's picking and choosing. But somebody better come with something. I told my agent, I said, "Look, I need to work. Stop this. I need to work." Okay. He said, "Well, wait a minute. Someone's coming to get to work." Okay. Anyway, so that's my life. That's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing. I hope you enjoyed my little stories here, because if you didn't, too bad.
Well, we're going to say wrap it up, because Kid's going to wrap it up for us.
Yes.
And we appreciate him coming on the Outlander Media Network. Follow Kid. He's got the Zombie Project, Shadows, which will be a series. I got that right?
Shadows is a feature.
A feature.
Right.
Gotcha.
Addicts is the series and a feature, or feature. Addicts is a feature or a 6-hour limited series, depending on who picks it up and what they want to do with it and how to do it. Let's just cross our fingers for your boy here. Hope that something wonderful happens for him. God bless me.
And I appreciate being with you, because standing next to you give me a 2 extra handsome points by standing next to you. This is a handsome guy. This guy's a good looking dude.
Oh man, you're killing them. They don't know, but I've seen you at work. He does very well, this man. All right.
And we are out of here.
Okay.